Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you've had a great day or a morning or whenever you are watching this. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. My name is Erin Bies. I am a certified personal trainer and a fitness nutrition specialist through ACE. And I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now here we are together, pissing off people in multi-level marketing companies. And I wouldn't have it any other way. If you are new here, I hope you stick around, and I hope you decide to subscribe by the end of this stream. And shout out to everybody that's been here for a while, joined us somewhere along the way, and are here today. I appreciate you guys so much. I actually forgot to put my headphones on. Actually, no, because I wanted to show you my hair. I did a little bit different. She's different. What are we thinking? Member for 39 months. Thank you so much, Rebecca. This is amazing. I appreciate. Oh, I do have a beverage that we are going to pour here shortly. I love this comment. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, DC. Now, let's get I have some announcements really quick. So, you might have noticed that I took down a Mary Kay video, and that's because I never heard back from YouTube. So, if you didn't see the $3,600 first order inventory order video, don't worry, because it's going back up. Now, I didn't hear back from YouTube, so Ava re-edited the video. DC made a new thumbnail that's coming out on Friday, and I don't ask for a lot, but I am gonna ask in this case. I would love for you guys to write in the comments. I would love for you to write in the comments of that video. So if you haven't watched it, don't worry. It's coming again on Friday with some new edits, and it's gonna be super fun, actually. I can't wait for you guys to see the edits that Ava made, because I was cracking up when I was watching the re-edit. So there's that. Also, for next week, my mom is coming this weekend to visit. She's going to be here for a week. I'm taking the week off. So instead of our typical Wednesday night stream that we normally do, I'm going to have 3 edited videos ready for you guys. 2 of them are already filmed. I have 1 more I'm going to film tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. I drop edited videos on Monday and Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And so on next Wednesday, it'll also be at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So be on the lookout for that. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you do, because it's going to be a lot of fun. My mom and I are going to have a lot of fun. So those are the updates I think I needed to tell you guys about. Let's pour a Dr. Pepper really quickly. I have the glass and the straw. By the way, do y'all click on the affiliate link things? If not, if you would, that would be amazing. Check things out, click on stuff, you know. Yeah, let's open this real quick. Okay. Now, I didn't refrigerate that one because I knew I was going to pour it over ice. So here we go. Well, that was real crispy, real frothy, real delicious. Very excited. Okay, that being said, what do we have today? We have the Bravenly CEO that did a Facebook Live. I came across this. I don't remember if it was shown to me or if one of you sent it to me, because I've had this for several weeks now. So if you sent this to me, thank you. I appreciate you. If you have anything that you want me to see, check out the video description. It has a link to my website, and you can upload or send me messages. Check out personal training with me, things of that nature. Oh my God, thank you. God, that's such a compliment. But check out the video description, resources, information, affiliate links for the lip color, eyeshadow, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. So tonight is the Bravenly CEO, and it is, if there were ever a video that were the textbook of the types of manipulation that MLMers use, this video is that. So are we going to have fun? Yeah. Yes, we are. Are we going to laugh? 100%. Are we going to educate? God, I hope so. All right. So buckle up. We're going to get started. Lee Blaylock. I don't know if I said that. I don't know. I glitched there for a second. I apologize. 26 months. That's wild. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. After this, if you'd like to become a member, you can click the join button, and we're going to do a members only after party. Okay, I feel like I have run my mouth enough. Let's get into the Bravenly video. All right, here we have it. Let's see. Do I need to adjust for sound? Let's investigate.
Good evening, everyone. Oh my goodness, I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you for stopping by to my Facebook page tonight or to...
Why are we so close? Why are we so close to the camera? Why? I can't even get that close. Why are we this? Why? Get a tripod. Get back up. You know, like...
this video, possibly the replay. Thank you for coming by to learn a little bit about our story, to learn a little bit about our dream, and just to get to know each other a little bit as I share with you the heart and the why behind Bravenly. You may have heard of this company, maybe you've been following my page, but more than likely, you're following along on somebody else's Bravenly journey, somebody else's story. Maybe you've seen this on Facebook. Maybe you've seen the press releases or some of the other press out there. Maybe you've tried a product. Maybe you are just curious, or maybe this is just popping up in your feed tonight. But I believe,
getting to know you
with all my heart, that it's no accident that you're here. So say hi in the chat. This isn't formal. This is a nice conversation.
Yeah, we know it's not formal. We know. It's on Facebook.
I'm excited to look back through the comments later and to get to see who's tuning in, where you're from. I'm tuning in here live from Florida, here in my home. I'm originally a Nebraska girl. My husband and I grew up in the Midwest and relocated here to Florida. Next month is actually going to be 7 years. I can't believe it. And I'm the CEO and founder alongside of my husband here at Bravenly. And we absolutely love what we get to do. We love even more who we get to lock arms with and the community that we have built here. So tonight, my goal is just to share a little bit about our story, share a little bit about why we're here. You know, people...
Let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever seen a CEO of a company go live on their personal Facebook page to pitch their company? Have y'all ever seen that?
People are intrigued, people are curious, and they're hearing a lot about this. So maybe they've tried, like I said, the product, health and wellness, nutritional products, from all the way down to little kiddos to 100-plus-year-olds are loving.
Please leave the children alone. They don't need your MLM products. And if you think your child needs a supplement, talk to their pediatrician.
These products, and there's so much information out there and so many great results that are just a part of this story. And so our story starts a long time ago.
She seems kind of nervous to me. She seems like, and I don't know if she does a lot of live streams. It doesn't appear that way when I was looking at her Facebook. It just seems like she's nervous. Yeah.
I'm a former school teacher. Not sure if we have any other educators out there.
Shout out to all the teachers. Also pay the teachers. Okay.
Husband was from an entrepreneurial family and was a business owner. And we got married. It's a little over 25 years ago. We have 5 kids and 4 sons. And
flying monkey handler. Okay, but I love your profile name, your handle.
and one daughter, ranging all the way from 24 on down to 10 years old, and always have just been called to be a wife and a mom. But I knew 20 years ago that I was ready to be a yes mom. I was wanting more for our family.
Oh my God, the manipulation. Okay, so I don't know much about this individual. I don't think I even remember her name, but I know she's the CEO of Bravenly. I don't know. Well, let me say, from the sounds of it, it appears she probably came from another MLM company. I don't know what company that is. So if you guys know that, let me know, because there is, I don't want to say a trend, but typically when we see somebody start their own MLM, they were distributors in another company, and then they, in my opinion, use white label products and roll out this better MLM. And, you know, it's the same song and dance, if you will. So I don't know her backstory. If you guys do, let me know. But yeah, she seems, I don't know, she seems real nervous. Also, do I see we have a new member, Jessica? Welcome. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope that we get to see you in the members only after party, where it's a little less filtered, smaller group, lots of fun. We talk about all kinds of stuff, and it's a good time. So hopefully we'll see you over there.
I was wanting more in our life and feeling called to do more and be more. And that's when I was introduced to this whole concept of direct selling. I don't want to call it social selling or online or anything like that.
But let's call it what it is. Multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing. Direct sales, network marketing, social selling, social retail. They call it everything except what it is. Multi-level marketing. It's really not that difficult.
20 years ago, we didn't have social media.
That tracks. That absolutely tracks. And thank you for clearing that up for us. Oh my God. Ah, yeah, Aspen. That's her name. Thank you. Appreciate you.
So it looked a
That handle still cracks me
bit different. But guys, I was introduced to this about 20 years ago after I had quit teaching and was staying home with my little boys. And I was in the throes of that early motherhood with all the littles at home. And somebody shared with me the power of building a business where you share something you love, you share a link to a product, and you get paid and get rewarded if somebody buys that product. And
Right. That's all you do in multi-level marketing, because that's not true. In multi-level marketing, the majority of money that is made by the upper echelon ranks, the upper echelon of ranks, if you will, is from people that have large teams. And I'm sure at some point she's going to say something like, oh, you don't have to recruit. And that may be true. However, anybody that has spent any time in multi-level marketing knows that you have to recruit in order to make significant income, because that's what the top ranks in the company, the top income earners, are doing. They're recruiting and they have large teams. So I'm curious to see if she'll say that. I have not watched this whole thing through, so we are just in the moment reacting to all of this. Yeah, Jennifer, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Haven't caught a live in a long time because life. I get it. But I still love you and appreciate the work you do. Thank you so much, and happy 45 months. That's amazing, and it's good to see you. It's been a while.
And I learned to love and fall in love with the idea of what could happen in this industry. I will tell you, I wasn't given some sort of false promise or guarantee on anything. You know, I was just told that, hey, this is a way, a viable form of business where you can have some flexibility in your schedule. And as a busy mom with littles at the time, that was appealing to me. You know, I looked at the pay structure. I looked at the way that commissions were paid out, and I looked at the effort, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I can learn this. And I told you at the time I was living in small town Nebraska, actually not even in the town, out in the middle of nowhere, out in the country. And my biggest conversations in the day were my little toddlers. But you know what? I thought, this is a business that...
She's not centered, and it's bothering me. So hang on one second. Okay, I feel like that's a little bit better. Hold on. It was distracting me. Sometimes that happens. Okay. All right.
Is simple to get started in, right? It wasn't super complex and it wasn't expensive. And I thought, you know what? I think I can learn this. I think I can learn how to fit this in. And that's where it all started, my friends. I jumped in
My friends. Oh.
into this space and I had heard the good, the bad, and everything in between, but I saw enough good. I saw enough hope, and I believed enough that maybe, just maybe, if I did this thing, that it could change our life. And I don't think I had any idea of how big that could be, but I believed that there weren't coincidences. I believed that it wasn't an accident that I was introduced to this, and that even though it looked different than kind of what I thought I might be doing as a stay-at-home mom, and then eventually someday into the space that we're in now, even though it looked different, I was open. I would consider myself pretty, open to kind of taking whatever path God lays out for us. And so
And there's the spiritual manipulation, right? Because they all think that God guided them to multi-level marketing. You and I both know that that's not true. And as I always say, anytime the spiritual manipulation conversation comes up, all beliefs or lack of beliefs are always going to be welcome here. But when you are using God as a way to try and get people to join a multi-level marketing company where statistically we know that the majority of people never make any money. In fact, they lose money according to the FTC. That's very confusing for people. You develop a relationship, or you feel like you develop a relationship with somebody, they recruit you, you join, you're love bombed, you get on all the Zooms, you do the whole rah-rah thing, you're ordering the products month after month after month, you're following the system. And then one day it's like there's a little tiny crack in the story. There's a little tiny, that I didn't like how that felt. I didn't like how that sounded. That's weird. Why would they say that? And then it's kind of like a ball of yarn, and that little bit of string comes out, and then all of a sudden something else happens, and then before you know it, the yarn ball is totally unraveled, and you're looking at a mess, and you're like, how do I even decipher this? And when we're talking about spiritual manipulation, and take for instance, Bravenly is a company that in my opinion targets Christians, and so if you were guided to this predatory, in my opinion, multi-level marketing company, and things aren't feeling right, it puts you in a position where you're questioning your spiritual beliefs. And that's really hard for people that are believers to work their way through. So when I see this stuff, and sometimes I mention this, I don't always elaborate the way that I am tonight, but Bravenly is one of those companies that, in my opinion, really doubles and triples down on the spiritual manipulation. And in my opinion, the reason they do that is because it makes it harder for people to question that, because it puts them in a position where they're questioning their beliefs by saying, well, I thought God guided me to this company, but if God didn't guide me to this company, and it's very, very difficult to work through. So I wanted to take a second and talk about that, because this is what Bravenly does, and it comes from the top down.
looking back, it's easier to see in hindsight what the plan was all along. But at the time, I just stepped out in faith and said, you know what, this may look different, but different isn't bad. Different's just different. And how cool to get to be brave and have courage and step out in faith and say, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot.
You can be brave and step out in faith without joining a predatory MLM company where the majority of people lose time, energy, ruin relationships. You can be brave in other ways.
And so that's what started this for us. I was blessed to have some success building a business, gathering some customers and having some friends lock arms with me and say, hey, I want to do this, and learned how to teach and show other people how to build what we would call an online business, right? Online or offline, whatever that looks like, something different, right? Something where there's great products. And so that's what we
Great products, huh? I want to take a second and talk to the Bravenly reps that are probably going to see this, and maybe you're quietly watching. Maybe you're somebody that is like, hey, I've been uncomfortable with some things, or maybe you've taken the products, you haven't really noticed much of a difference. Maybe you're just questioning things. I want you to know that this is a safe place for you to question what you're participating in. I want to encourage you to look at the money that you're spending and have spent over the time that you've been a part of Bravenly. I want you to think about the money that you've made, if anything else. Look at the Bravenly income disclosure statement. Look at the time and energy that you are spending. Are you posting a bunch on social media? Are you making any money from those posts? No? These are things that you should really consider. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting paid for your work, period. And we just don't see that in multi-level marketing. The only people that are getting paid are the people that have the biggest teams that are recruiting people. The recruiting of people is the main product in multi-level marketing, not the actual products. Although I have done several videos on Bravenly's products, if you will. I don't know why I hesitated in saying that, but maybe I was thinking about saying garbage instead of products, in my opinion. But I have a whole Bravenly playlist that is linked in the video description that you can check out. I think there was one video. DC, remember the roller coaster thumbnail you helped me with? I made, and you made better. That's a better way to say that. I think she was taking like 10 products in a day. Something that's called a supplement should not be the main part of your diet. Okay.
We had some success, and I even was blessed to have an opportunity to work on the corporate side of a business in this space and to really get to impact in a different way and learn even more. And that brings us to 2020. I just fast forward. That's about 15 years right there I just gave you. And in 2020, my husband and I said, you know what? What would happen if we stepped out even bigger right now on...
Oh, let me guess. Not stepping out bigger was starting your own MLM company? Come on.
our own. What if we go build a company that we would join if we were looking for a company? What if we did that? What if we stepped out in faith and said, you know what would it look like if we were to put together this dream company for us to join? What would we want that to be? We knew it would be health and wellness products that tasted great and got a good result, that kept people coming back for more, that gave people that.
Do y'all remember the video from way back? It was probably the first video that I covered on Bravenly. I want to say it was like 4 years ago, where it's probably in the Bravenly playlist, where it was like a youth pastor or something. He seemed like a youth pastor and he was trying to talk science, which, by the way, let me move this cord out of the way so you guys can catch the vibe. That wasn't very evidence-based of you. That still applies today. This is linked, by the way. The one that I have linked is black, but I think there's other colors that you can get as well. Wasn't very evidence-based of you. No. Do y'all remember that one? That was a long time ago.
That productivity, that energy, that focus, the calmness, the de-stress, the sleep support, you name it. We knew it would be that. We knew from a compensation structure, and that's a really fancy...
Speaking of, according to Behind MLM, Brian McMullen and Josh Zweigel apparently are being sued by another former distributor, but not in Nueva. It was in another company. I know Kat, I think, brought it up last night or yesterday on the members only live stream. Shout out to you, Kat. I appreciate you. And yeah, so check out Behind MLM, because apparently Brian McMullen and Josh Zweigel are being sued. And if you don't know who those two individuals are, speaking of Nueva, Brian McMullen is a silent investor and allegedly has many positions in various multi-level marketing companies. And he is somebody that helped get products, if I remember correctly, for Nueva, connected people to products. And I'm sure he has a position at the top in Nueva too, allegedly. I'm not stating that as a fact. And Josh Zweigel, I think that's his last name. He was a part of My Daily Choice, and he created the back office system for Nueva. So, little interesting tidbit that Kat brought to our attention yesterday.
Way to say of how we pay people. We just knew we'd want to put a lot of the money back out to the distributors, reps, consultants. We call them brand partners.
You call them what? Hold on, I paused that too soon. What did she say?
We knew we
call that. Hold on, I gotta back this up. Let me back this up a second.
We'd want to put a lot of the money back out to the distributors, reps, consultants. We call them brand partners. We knew
brand partners, as if I want to look up their income disclosure statement. I'm not going to finish what I was about to say. Hold on. Let's see. Do they have an income disclosure statement? Because it's been a while since I have looked. Okay, this is Bravenly Global. Good Lord, this screen is bright. Here we go. Okay. Let me actually screen share this so that we can, let me minimize that. Okay, let's move that. Let's do this, properties. Oh man, the fact that I'm navigating all of this still blows me away. I'm not the most techie of people, in case you're new here. However, I'm always willing to learn. Okay, let me make myself a little bit smaller here, and then we'll readjust everything. Okay, this is their I think that's pretty good. 2025 income. I'm a little off screen. Hold on. 2025 income disclosure statement. I'll make sure that I put this in the video description. I didn't think about doing this before. Now, let's keep in mind, she just said, we wanted to put money back into our reps, our distributors. We call them brand partners. Remember that whole thing that she just said? Okay. So when you look at this is from 2025. The average monthly gross income from all U.S. affiliates and brand partners at all ranks, which includes active and inactive brand partners in 2025, was $169.95. That was their the average gross monthly income before any expenses, before the purchasing of any products. And the median monthly gross income for all U.S. affiliates and brand partners was $218.87. Approximately 40% of U.S. affiliates and brand partners did not earn any income. 40% did not earn any income from Bravenly Global, but they were paying to join, I'm sure, and they probably were paying products. So 40% of the company were not making any money, but they were putting money more than likely into it. The income information in the chart below includes only those affiliates and brand partners who were active in 2025. Okay, so here we have this broken down by rank, which I love when they do it like this. I will say, this is clear, this is easy to read, and I can appreciate that. Now, an affiliate makes up 2.9% of brand partners per month. It's interesting that they have this by month. The monthly median income for that 2.93% of brand partners per month in 2025 was $27.06. And this is before any products are purchased. Okay, let's go about midway through. Well, let me not do that. Independent brand partner makes up 38.46% or made up 38.46% of the company in 2025 per month. Average number of brand partners per month. I read that weird. Sorry. So their median income was $24.60 a month. It's actually less than affiliates. Then you have senior brand partner, which was 14.82% of the people of the brand partners per month. I don't know why it's worded that way. That's tripping me up. Their monthly median income was $64.06. Again, this is before any products. Executive brand partner, 19.93%. Monthly median income, $174.48. Director, 10.84%. So notice how the amount of people that are at this rank is becoming less and less. $538.30 was their monthly median. I guarantee you that director level has a pretty substantial team under them. Senior director, 6.17%. Their monthly median was $1,027.93. So we see the pattern here. I wanted to point this out because I think that it's important to mention. Let me bring her back up. And I think it's important to mention when she is claiming that she is putting all this money back into the brand partners' pockets to be able to pull up the income disclosure statement and look at that. And when we look at that, it's not much different than any other MLM company that we've looked at least on my channel. So I find it really interesting that she's making these claims, but their own income disclosure statement doesn't back that up. You know?
We would want to make sure that over 50% of the money that came into the company turned right back on around.
The IDS has changed this year. They've added the months to achieve, and last year's added the top 3 ranks. Interesting. Wow, they'll make tens of dollars per year.
And it went back out to the people that would be sharing our products. And I'll be honest with you, it's more than that. It's significantly more than that. But that was what the goal.
Except it's not, because I just went over your income disclosure statement. Maybe for the top ranks.
Was. We said, okay, that would be a dream. It'd be a dream to be at a company with great products like this that got results that people loved.
Did you think that It Works products were great? Did you think that Arbonne's products are great? Because they're not.
They wanted to buy. They weren't having their arms twisted. They loved it. Okay. They could customize. It could be great for their kids, their family, you know, whatever it was they were looking for. And if they knew, wow, I'm paid for what I share. This is amazing.
Yeah, because you're not selling, you're sharing, right? By the way, that's sarcasm. In case you're new here. Yeah, I'm very sarcastic. I roll my eyes a lot. It pisses people off, and quite frankly, I do not care because it's my channel.
Okay. We also knew we'd want to have incentive trips. Why? Well, first of all, travel's fun. Second of all, not a lot of people like to splurge and spend a lot of money on travel, but
well, because people don't have the money to splurge on travel because they're just trying to put gas in their car, make it to work, and put food on the table and be able to afford living. This is so out of touch. Well, people don't want to, they want to, what'd she say? They don't want to splurge on travel. No, they can't afford to travel. Have you seen what's going on?
Number 3, we got to earn some incentive trips when we were building a home-based business like this. And some of our best memories with at the time, it was just our 4 boys, were on an incentive trip. We said we would do incentive trips. We would have amazing events. We would create a community. We would build a company on the pillars of courage, integrity, impact.
I'm sorry, but if you think that being the CEO of a multi-level marketing company and having a pillar of integrity is not ironic. Yikes.
Develop leaders and pour into people and build people. We would be present.
I could be meaner.
We would.
Oh, 1 second. Hi, sis.
Can you make sure Dad does retire?
Yeah, I will. When he gets home, after we eat, okay?
Yep.
Are you headed to work?
Yeah.
All right. Love you. Have a good night. Okay. Also, I could be meaner. I could.
Go travel city after city after city. Because remember, this whole concept was, what would we want if we were building? Not what do we...
By the way, have y'all liked the stream? Because it looks like we've got about 150 plus people on, but only 67 likes. And I know that can't be right. I know that can't be right. So if you would take a second, make sure that you've liked the stream, but also make sure you're subscribed. Just double check. Because we are growing over here and it's very exciting.
think everybody else would want. We just said, hey, what would our dream company look like if we were going to be a consultant, if we were going to be a brand partner, an affiliate, a rep, a promoter? What would that look like? And I said, this would be a dream to me. Products like this, pay like this, people like this, pillars, foundation, values, training. I'm a former school teacher.
Yeah, let's talk about this really quickly. Also, I know that half of this is cut off. I did a video on this 3 months ago where I was sent all of her, the woman that left Amway, I was sent all of her TikToks that had been downloaded. I put them into one video, and I reacted to that about 3 months ago. So if you haven't already seen it, and I think in the thumbnail, it looks like X-Files, kind of, if I remember correctly. DC, if you're still in the chat, let me know. Because DC made the thumbnail. I think it was like something about exit, but I did cover this in case you're curious on my commentary. I covered that 3 months ago, and I'm so glad that she is telling her story. I think it is so important because Amway is not one of those companies that we hear a lot of survivors speak out about. So the fact that she was covering that, I was like, oh, we have to talk about this. So if you haven't already watched that, go and check it out. Maybe after this or tomorrow or whenever you listen, because there was a lot of information that was shared, and I think it's really important to get the word out for sure about that.
Like, let's create some training materials that make it simple for new people that have never done this. And I know if anyone from my personal Facebook is watching this, I know there's many of you that have no idea what this even is. You probably wonder what it is that we're sharing all the time. And I know this is being shared out to a lot of other Facebooks, and you're scrolling and you're going, what is this?
Oh, it's definitely being shared out. Have you shared this video, you guys? Did you know you could do that if you want to?
What do they even do? Okay. So we knew we needed to have some training. Okay. Training that you can listen to in the car, or you can look as you're scrolling on your phone. Very simple, but we knew we needed to have that, because we weren't a company that was going to be a place that was just going to only have people who had experience find it. No, we started back in 2020 by inviting 25 people. Literally, remember what was going on in 2020? It wasn't exactly a high travel year for most people. Who we call
The downplaying of 2020, though. It wasn't exactly a high travel, yeah, because people were sick and dying. This is bizarre.
25 people. We said, hey, we got to tell you something. Do you think you could fly to Florida? We got to tell you something big. And they waited for the punchline, the answer. And we said, no, we can't tell you till you get here. We even had one friend, start to try to guess and grill and ask questions. She said, you know what?
This is weird. So during the panini, you probably reached out to 25 of your downline in It Works or whatever and said, hey, can you get to Florida during a pandemic? Oh, we'll tell you when you get here. This is so weird.
Don't tell me. I don't even care, because I'd sell paper plates with you.
Ew.
They knew that if we said we're going to do something, we would do it. They knew we'd do it with heart and character and integrity and vision and belief and forward thinking and people in front of anything else, at the forefront of all the decisions that we made. And so they came to Florida. And so we started this company in 2020. December 8th was actually the first day that we said, hey, roll on in and start signing up to either share these products or to sign up as a VIP customer and experience these products. Get some great rewards for using the products. And we started just sharing Bravenly. I literally just said to people, listen, hey, we're not the biggest thing out there. We were actually probably the smallest thing out there at that time, right? Because when you only have a handful of people. And I said, you know what? Just make sure people know we're here. Let's just share the story. Wave your Bravenly flag. Let people know that a new company.
Wave your Bravenly flag? Blech. I hate that.
Many of whom had to do a double take and go, what's the name of it? What? Bravenly. There's a new company in town. I said, you know what? Let's just keep sharing the story. Use the product, share the product, get a result, share your story, build a business. Okay. Take good care of your customers. Make sure they know and love the products, and invite people on the business journey with us too. For those that are open and looking for something like this. And, I say looking lightly because a lot of people don't think they're looking. I wasn't looking, but oh my goodness.
What do you mean? A lot of people, don't realize they're looking. That is such a weird statement. I wasn't looking. How about you leave people alone? How about when they say, no, thank you, I'm not interested, I don't support MLMs, no, thank you. You listen to them and you leave them alone. How about that? Oh my God.
I'm glad that I was found, right? And so we just started it that way, guys. And here we are 5.5 years later. That first full year, which was 2021, was our first full year, did 1.5 million in sales. And my goodness, I'm so
Red flags like in the thumbnail.
proud of that. In the midst of kind of the crazy life we were all in 2021, debt free, no outside investors, just building, no back orders, no missed payouts, doing our own fulfillment, creating operational efficiencies and all those things I could nerd out and share with you that we put in place, because we didn't start thinking we're going to stay a $1.5 million company. We're thinking multi-billions. We're thinking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Oh my God, Danny, cool. Oh, Danica, I'm sorry, Danica. Welcome, I'm glad you're here.
And hundreds of thousands of lives will be impacted by what we're doing. So we're going to build a scale from the very beginning. That second year in 2022, we did 8 million. Third year, 19 million. Fourth year, which was 2024, we did just over 50 million in sales. I mean,
and how much of that came from the distributors and how much came from actual customers? They never tell you that, you know? And because we know undue influence is something that is used often by uplines in multi-level marketing, whether they know that that's what they're doing or not, the influence from the uplines for their own personal financial gain to get their downlines to order products so that they get the commission is rampant in these companies. I mean, it happens all the time. And we'll see that on Friday's video with the re-edit of the Mary Kay video and the $3,600 inventory order that Cleta, what is her last name? I can't remember. Cleta from Mary Kay is using for people to order. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting. It's vile. I would love for these companies to actually tell people how much of the orders are from, or how much of the revenue is from actual customers and how much is from distributors, because that would be pretty significant to see. Now we know that there's companies like when I was a part of Prove It, we had ghost accounts. I had an account. My husband had an account. They both had auto ship orders, but I was funding both of those accounts from my business account. So it looks like it's a customer order, but it's coming from the same bank account, you know? So we do know that things like that happen. I'm not saying that happens in Bravenly. I'm not saying, you know, unless you have information that you can share with me about that, as far as how they have that set up or how they're encouraged by their uplines to set that up in their back office. I don't know. I know that that happened in Prove It, and I know that that happens in a lot of companies, which makes it difficult to distinguish if this is an actual customer or if this is a ghost account that's funded by the same bank account that is owned by the distributor.
We're calculating at that point. We're going, how many lives? This is thousands and thousands of families. Okay, whether it's just product results and product stories.
Why is she talking like this? It's giving Keep Sweet. I don't know if that's just me. By the way, have y'all watched that documentary on Netflix? It's called False Prophet. Oh, what is it called? It's going to drive me crazy. If you haven't watched that, you should watch it. Highly suggest it.
Or whether it's a few $100s or something more significant. Again, no guarantees regarding income, guys. I'm here to tell you that for sure. You got to look at our income disclosure, okay? You got to put the effort in. I'm going to say that. I got to say that.
You got to put the effort in to type in income disclosure statement Bravenly on the internet. What do you mean? This is wild. You have to say that because of the claims that you're making on this video as the CEO of the company. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Her Michelle Duggar style voice for me. That's what that feels like to me. Yeah, I did watch it. Yes, right? Yes, I know I'm pinning a lot of comments, but yes. Oh, trust me, false prophet. Thank you, Jenna. I appreciate you. Yes, that's what that's called. Wow. The top Bravenly earner threatened to sue a nurse for getting angry at all of the messages she was getting. What? What were the angry messages? I have so many questions. What were the angry messages about? Because the nurse was calling her out that her claims weren't accurate or weren't true? Is that what I'm guessing happened?
But I'm telling you, we saw this story unfold. And just last year in 2025, we surpassed $100 million in sales. And just last year, we had over 100,000 new people.
Clearly, I need to cover Bravenly more.
Either start using our product or building our business and taking our product last year. That's not counting all the people who had been a part of it for the 4 years before. Guys, we've stayed debt free. We've never missed a payout. We pay out 5 times a month. Okay. It's all volume based, right? You don't have to build a team if that's not your jam. You can just share products. You get a link from us. We've stayed debt free, never had a back order, never missed a payout. It's my husband and I'm going to reiterate this because these are important things. We're the sole owners of this company. We have an incredible corporate team whose hearts and souls are here for people. We encourage people here to put your faith and your family first. And yeah, we're going to teach you how to build a business if that's what you want to lock arms with us and do. But we're going to always make sure you know it's faith and family first, and then your
With pleasure.
business can fit in there the way that it works in your family to create that family harmony. And we've stayed true to those values. We are a people-centered family. Our 4 sons, our 4 they're adults now.
She couldn't even finish what she was saying. You can't say that you are family focused and people oriented if you're a multi-level marketing company, because you're not putting people first. You're not paying people a living wage or a livable wage, if you will. You're not paying people for the advertising and the time and the energy that they spend trying to get customers and trying to recruit people into the MLM. You can't make that claim that you're, of high integrity if you're in a multi-level marketing company, because those two things are very opposite. And if you're somebody that's in a multi-level marketing company that is watching this, that has a team, and you're like, oh, I love my team. No, you don't. No, you don't. You love the money that you're making off of your team and you want them to stick around. And that's why you're love bombing them and saying that you love your team and that they're your family. No, they're not. It's disgusting. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Fluffy. I always have to pause when I'm saying your handle. Fluffy Duckbutt 24. Thank you so much. And it looks like Mooney, Crazy Cat Lady, Simply, Jade, Caroline Grubbs. It looks like you guys, and Becca, you got a gifted membership. So that's awesome. Welcome all the new members. Hopefully I'll see you in the members only after party, because it is a good time. And thank you so much. I appreciate you for Fluffy Duckbutt for the gifted memberships, plural.
Not my little toddlers. I was watching Mama build this business 20 some years ago. They all work full time here in the company. So all they know is entrepreneurship. All they know from a business perspective is we're a family that's here to change lives and make an impact. And
they're a family that's here to change lives, but no lives are changed according to their own income disclosure statement.
Impact for the legacy. So we're thrilled about that. And our 10-year-old daughter, it's all she knows as well. Many of you, if you're brand partners, you've met our kids on various incentive trips and at conferences and all the fun things that we do. We've stayed present. It wasn't just that we traveled that first year and oh my goodness, we were so excited.
What? 10 recruiting texts a day, every day? I would be livid. Actually, what I would do is I would probably prolong the messaging and I would turn it into a video and call that person out. If I'm being honest. That's insane.
Excited to go meet new people and share the Bravenly story and wave the Bravenly flag. That first year we went to Michigan and Nebraska and Tennessee and Alaska and we shared the Bravenly story. But here we are, even coming off of $100 million a year. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe we're saying that. Our brand partners and customers, thank you for that. That's you. We're coming off of that here. And guys, we're still in 20, 30, 40 cities. Okay, we've got several cities coming up even in May. Okay.
What is the point of this, do you think? Seriously, as we've we're roughly over we're through half of her video. What is the point of this? What do you think caused her to say, you know what, it's April 2nd. I'm going to do this live. What is the reason that she is doing this? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. My initial thought as we're watching this is, has there been some, my questions, has there been some bad press around Bravenly? That's my big question here is, are you guys getting pushback? Are you losing distributors? Are you seeing a drop in revenue? What is the reason? Because at the beginning of this, she said, oh, well, you know, I wanted to share our story with you. But it also feels like a recruiting pitch at the same time. And I don't think it's, I don't know, standard practice, if you will, for CEOs of MLM companies to go live and try to recruit people into the MLM. That is very odd. That is bizarre. That's the word of the day. Bizarre. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Because they're struggling, even though she's pretending they're not. That's my guess. I mean, has there ever really been good press for Bravenly? Fair point. The MLM tour coming to a city near you. Okay, perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. I don't know that we'll find that out from this, but it's kind of fun to speculate with you guys, you know.
We've got things happening next week, and we just love to be with the people. We love to share what Bravenly is. And I will be honest with you, you're not going to find arm twisters, convincers.
Oh, you're not? What about the person that was sending the nurse 10 recruiting text messages every day? Sounds like arm twisting to me.
We're not in the convincing business. We're in the sorting business, okay? We're here to sort and find the people who are looking for this, or maybe didn't even.
Imagine talking about people in this way. You're talking about people. We're in the sorting business. Imagine saying that with your entire chest. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Even know that they were looking for something more in their life, whether that's better health, whether they want to feel better, whether they're sick and tired.
I have to pause this because I have to make sure that Gavin checked the temperature on dinner. You guys know every Wednesday I'm putting something in the crock pot, and tonight we're having Mississippi pot roast sandwiches. So I want to make sure that he's checked the temperature. Let me know in the comments while I'm doing this what you guys have had, what you're having for dinner, or what you had last to eat. And if you haven't eaten, let this be a reminder to grab something. Have you checked the temperature on the meat? I'll just say meat. Okay. I had to pause because I was like, please don't let this get overcooked. No. There's a fine line. Cooking in the crock pot, side note, is kind of like watching an avocado ripen. It's like, oh, it's not ripe yet. Oh, too late. That's what cooking in a crock pot, at least with meat, that's what that's like, in my opinion. Oh, I love sushi.
Tired of being sick and tired, or whether that's maybe you want to be a someday, stop being a someday mom. Maybe you want to stop being a someday dad. Maybe you're saving for something more in your life. You're wanting to put money aside for that whatever might happen. Okay, fill in the blank with what that looks like for you. And you know that something's got to change and something's got to give. And you had no idea that tonight was the night you were going to hear about Bravenly. But I want you to know that.
Okay, so there's the reason. She's trying to recruit. It is so weird to have a CEO come online on her personal Facebook page and try to recruit people into her MLM. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Here to share. We're not here to drag anybody along in a story that doesn't make sense, but I'm here to tell you it makes sense for a lot of people. Okay, and as someone who was in your shoes, who would have been shocked to think that this would have ever been my role. I was the shy girl in school that begged and pleaded to never have to talk in front of anyone. I didn't want to go on a
Well, that explains why she seems nervous to me.
stage. I can't believe if you had told me 10 years ago, even I would ever go live on social media and other people would see it, I'd be like, no, I can't do that. I'm not qualified. I don't have what it takes. I'm too shy. I don't want to do that. I don't want everybody looking at me.
And yet here you are, the CEO of a multi-level marketing company, trying to recruit people into that multi-level marketing company. Wild times.
would have been me. Because sometimes doors open that you didn't even know you needed to open. And I don't know what that is for you, but I felt compelled to come on here tonight and share with you that this may be the thing you didn't even know you were looking for.
Probably not. Probably not. Don't suggest joining Bravenly or any other MLM company for that matter. Probably not. No.
And for some of you, you are looking. You've been scared to look. You've been trying not to look.
How can they be scared to look if they didn't know that they were looking, according to what she said earlier? Maybe they don't know that they're looking. I wasn't looking. Remember that whole thing? Oh, but now they're scared to look. Ma'am.
You've been ignoring some things for a while in your life that have told you, hey, maybe it is time to be open to something else because it can be scary.
Oh, she's trying to cross recruit? Oh, this pause story. We haven't done a pause story in a long time. Let's do a pause story. If you don't know what that is, sometimes when maybe you paused my video and I'm making a crazy facial expression, which I know happens all the time, we have a whole channel in our Discord that is nothing but facial expressions that I make. So when this happens, we just narrate the pause story. That's essentially what that is. I don't remember what I was saying prior to that. Let me think about that for a second. I don't remember. It'll come back to me. Oh yeah, well, you're scared to look. This is cross recruiting. What she's trying to do is she's trying to encourage people that aren't happy in their current MLM and trying to get them to look at Bravenly. Maybe, you're not happy, or maybe you're not making as much money as you once were. Maybe it's time for a change. That can be scary. Whether she is intentional with this or not, what she is trying to do here is cross recruit from other companies on her personal Facebook page. My God. Pause story. I'm not desperate for you to join my pyramid scheme. Oh my God. Pause story. My mouth is open. More than the income you could possibly make with my MLM. My other personality wants out of this MLM. My God. When someone says their MLM is better than mine. Hey, Ben.
I forgot, but it was, I think the high was at, I think it was like 195.
Oh.
I think I was touching the bottom of it.
Can you check it again, but make sure that the meat thermometer is not touching the bottom of the
checked again.
And what did it
I
say?
think it said 175.
Okay, it's a little overcooked, but that's okay. No, please don't do that right now because I'm live. Please don't do that right now.
Okay.
Just set it down, and then I'll, when I'm done here, I'll come out and shred it, and we'll have sandwiches, okay?
I can shred it right now for you.
You want to shred it?
I'll shred it.
Do you know where the shredder? It's in the dishwasher, the shredder.
Oh.
The shredder's in the dishwasher.
Oh,
All right, if you want to do it, that'd be great. Wash your hands first, though, okay? Shred it and put it back in the crock pot. Okay, thanks. Oh, man.
Hey, I know that feeling too. I actually wrote a book on it once. I kid you not. But I know what it's like to have things in.
She wrote a book? Now I gotta look this up. What? What is her last name? Emery? Chase Your Brave. Is that her website or is that her... Man, this is very bright. Let's go ahead and turn this down. I think that's her book, Chase Your Brave. It's not loading, so I'll have to check later. I have to sneeze. Come here, Luna. Excuse me. Okay, Luna, you want to say hi? Come here, let's make it full camera. so that they can see you. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come and say hi. Hi.
Come and say hi to the people.
Come and say hi to the people. Hello. How did she know we needed a break? It's okay. It's okay. Hi. Hi. Hello, baby. Yeah. Did you have a good nap? You guys have to hear her purr. Turn the volume up. What are you doing? What are you doing, big girl? Hmm? You always try to put your paw on my lips. I really don't want it on my lips. See you later. Okay, that was Luna, everybody. She wanted to say hello. Yes, everybody praise Luna, our upline. Luna is our upline.
Your life that scare you so much, it would be so easy to just shut your eyes to it and look the other way and say, I'm gonna settle. I'm gonna settle and I'm gonna stay and I'm not gonna make a change. And I'm talking about health and I'm talking about business. I'm talking about finances and money, and I'm also talking about—
What do you mean you're talking about health? What aspect are we talking about? Because, you know, I have the credentials for that. So I would love to know, Aspen, what are you referring to?
health, whatever that looks like for you. Sometimes it is easier to stay stuck. It is easier to say, I'm going to downsize my dreams. I'm going to downsize my health goals, and I'm just going to settle with where I'm at. And I just want to urge you tonight not to settle for less than what God has called you to, and trusting the process in that.
Oh my God. And let me guess, Aspen, you think trusting the process means people should join Bravenly, right? God, I hate it here.
I know where we're going.
I mean, not with you guys. Obviously, I love being here with you guys. This,
I know who's going with us, but I know there are a lot more people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands more, who don't yet know that while we've been building our dream company, we maybe have been building yours too. A place that you didn't even know you were looking for, that you didn't even know you'd be open to here in April.
oh my God. Have y'all had some water today? Drink a little bit of water. Take care of yourselves, friends.
April of 2026. But times change and things happen. And maybe you've been one of those that said, I'll never do one of those things. I'll never do one of those direct sales things.
Is that one of those pyramid schemes? Wow, this is fascinating.
I tried that. I've been there. I've done that. No, thank you.
Maybe I need to do a video. Katie, maybe I need to do a video. And you guys, everybody, whether you're watching live or replay, maybe I need to do a crazy claims Bravenly video where I just read posts and stories, and maybe I can pull from the anti-MLM subreddit about Bravenly. What would I call that video? Let me know what y'all think about that. I think that could be interesting for sure.
But maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow when you rewatch this, maybe it's the time to say, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot, because time's going to pass anyway. The next year is going to go by. It's going to be hard to believe that we're going to be here next April 2nd of 2027. Time's going to go by anyway. Do you want to look back and say, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I took action. I stepped forward. I got on a bundle. I tried those health and wellness products. Or I stepped forward and I said, hey, get me into that business. I want to give it a shot. I want to see what these tools and training are. Show me what's happening. I don't want to miss out on the timing of this. And I'm not going to go all into, wow, this is ground floor. You're going to regret it. It's tonight or never. I'm not going to say that, but I'm also not going to pretend that it's not a great time to be a part of it. You heard me say how much we're growing. You heard me say what's happening, and that's not slowing down.
I need to look at MLM. What is it? MLM for MLM for home. What is that website? Business for home. Dear God, I want to see. I want to see their numbers. Business for Home is a website that is pro MLM, and they have a lot of companies. Give me just a second, and I want to find this. I want to see what their numbers look like. Okay, Bravenly Global. Let me see if I can, yeah, I can add this. Hold please. We're going to do, wrong thing. Okay, we're going to do, let's hide her, and let's add window capture. And we're going to go to Bravenly Global. And this is from Business for Home. Give me a second so that I can adjust this so that you guys can see. Whoa, why did I go off screen? Depending on how you're watching, I know this is probably kind of small. So bear with me here. Okay, this is from businessforhome.org, and this is their revenue. So I mean, according to what she's saying, this she's not wrong looking at the numbers. That's not a compliment. So, you know, calm down, Aspen. Wait, they have a YouTube channel? Oh, okay. Estimated commission payout 55% over year 2025. But we just looked at the income disclosure statement, so I don't know. That's interesting. Estimated per year. I'm assuming this is revenue. $56.10 million. Estimated per month, 4.68 million. Estimated per week, 1.08 million. They have it by day, by hour, by minute, by second. Okay. Oh, look at this. Did I find a bunch of distributors that are in the company? Oh, Melody. Now, didn't Melody come from Beachbody? Oh man, these are all people that I can look at their social media. Top earners. Here we go. Yep. How many of these people do you think how many of these people do you think already have me blocked? Because I bet it's a lot of them. Interesting. Okay, let's go back to our video here. God, I love OBS so very much. All right, let's get back into it.
This came off of our biggest month in company history. We ended March 2 days ago, and that was our biggest month in history. Yesterday was April 1st. We had the biggest first day of the month we've ever had. We are in major growth. You don't want to sit back and wait and see what happens the next year, the next 2, the next 3. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss out on some of the products that we just launched. Even
why does my camera look like it's flipped? It's just me. I don't know why that just happened.
This year that have been so impactful in people's lives. But you certainly don't want to miss out on a chance to see what might happen if you say yes to this business. And of course, if you get started, if you're open to learning how to do something like this. I promise you, if this small town girl that lived in the middle of nowhere in a cornfield with 3 boys, 3 and under, and then soon after 4 boys, 5 and under, if I can figure this out and do this, I believe that you can too. I want to encourage you to make sure that whoever shared this with you, whoever's paid,
I do look flipped, right? I don't know why
you're seeing this on, get in their inbox. Let them know you want more information. Say, I want to start on the products. Tell me how to get the best price. I want to start this business with you. Yes, I'm busy. Yes, I've got a lot going on. Yes, I'm scared. Yes, I've tried this, or no, I've never done one of these. But if you'll lock arms with me, if you'll hold my hand and you'll help me, I want to give this a shot. Okay? It's worth it to do that. Time is going to pass anyway. Why?
It's weird, right? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Let me see. Undo. Hold on. Undo. Did I click something? Didn't I just say how I loved? I don't know why that reversed. Okay, anyways. no idea, but we're going to roll with it.
Not see if this is maybe the thing you've been looking for. We're Bravenly Global. Yes, we're going global. I'm not giving you dates and hard deadlines just yet, but my goodness, if you knew what was in the works, you wouldn't miss out on that. Do you know
But by golly,
what happens when global expansion happens? Well, we're in the thick of that right now. So much happening. We're expanding our leadership development here at this company. We're expanding our product line. We're expanding and growing in so many
wait. I don't know why I did that, but it's fixed.
ways. We're taking people on trips.
All is right in the world. Just kidding.
We're having a wonderful time. And at the end of the day, for some of you, it's the community and the connection. And inside, there may be a part of you that says, I don't need the money and I'm actually in really good health. I mean, I kind of think these products sound like they'd taste great. Let's see what they do. But maybe you just want something to call your own. Maybe you're looking for more connection. Maybe you need something to pour yourself into. That's okay too. You don't have to be here just to build a business. You don't have to.
Hey, Aspen, why don't you show the science behind your products? And when I say science, I mean third-party, independent, peer-reviewed studies on your products to show that they do anything. Oh, you don't have that, right?
Be here just for the product. There's a community and there's a lot of great friendships and people that come alongside of you. So
Thanks, K. Marie. It was weird. I was like, why do I look so different?
so much that I could continue saying tonight, but I just want to leave you with this. Be open to the possibility that sometimes
The only thing I'm going to be pouring is a crispy Dr. Pepper Zero into a glass with ice.
things look different than you thought, and that it's okay, to say yes to something new. It's okay to pivot. There have been times I've had to walk away from things that seemed like the best thing ever, and nobody around me understood why it was time to move on. Okay. But you know what? We're all on our
Kay, why do they talk like that?
own journey. We're all called to our very own things. I also want to let you know that even though I've been in direct sales, network marketing for 20 plus years, I don't want you to think that every moment of it's been bliss or amazing and that I haven't ever had a hard time. I was a top leader in a company before that went out of business with no warning whatsoever many, many years ago. And those experiences like
So
that.
you know that you're not a business owner when you're a distributor in a multi-level marketing company because you had no say in that company closing. You were just notified that, hey, we're closing our doors. I wonder what company she's talking about.
Still brought us back to the space. We still understood that just because we had one bad experience, we weren't going to throw out the whole thing. There were so many.
We should just throw out the whole thing. It's not just about bad experiences. It's about people being taken advantage of. It's about people losing money. It's about people destroying relationships. It's about people messing with their health to take supplements that they don't know what is in it. Because a lot of supplement companies, not just MLMs, are proprietary blends. Guys, if I could show you the amount of affiliate or brand deals that are emailed to me on a daily basis that are bogus supplement companies, it is disgusting. It is, ugh. Let's just throw MLM away forever. Let's just be done with it. Let's get rid of it. That sounds very easy, right? But
great aspects of this industry. And it's why we said, let's go build what we'd want to be a part of, because we will find people and attract people that are looking for something just like that. They may just not even know it yet. We still believe in the power of this industry. We are so committed. We're not looking to go straight affiliate. We're not looking to go build an e-commerce business without brand partners. That's the best part of what we get to do. Is
yeah, you know why that's the best part, Aspen? Because those distributors are also buying products and they're also working on your unpaid advertising team. So they're posting on social media, they're going live. Some are even using YouTube and other social media platforms. They're working for free while also ordering the products. So it's a revenue source for you. It's not family. You're not helping families make income unless you're in the top of the company because that's what the income disclosure statement showed. So it's fascinating that somebody would have access to the numbers as the CEO of the company is going to sit here and say, I've been where you guys are. I've been a distributor in the company. I decided we should do this. So we started our own. We invited 25 people. We didn't tell them what it was for, but during the pandemic, we asked them to come to Florida. They were like, all right, they get on a plane during a pandemic, fly to Florida. That's where they probably were pitched. Bravenly. Here we are. She's talking numbers, but she doesn't ever really talk numbers, right? Because if that were the case, she would cover the income disclosure statement and say, listen, this is what we did in 2025. This is the amount that the distributors or the brand partners in this company made in 2025. And this is gross. It's not net. This is before any expenses. This is, the way that you make money is by becoming one of the top ranking distributors in the company and having team members. Also see my notes earlier about how this has turned into a recruiting pitch. This is very abnormal behavior. Aspen, that's not a compliment. I mean that disrespectfully with my entire very large chest. Okay? All right. Night You, member for 22 months. So happy to make it to a live stream. Remission is kicking my butt, but I'm still here. I'm glad you're still here. Keep kicking butt, okay?
Terms of brand partners who are on the same mission with us to do great things and to share these products with hundreds of thousands of incredible customers. So I know it sounds too good to be true. I'd be feeling that if I was sitting there, but all I can say is, guys, please look, please be open, ask the questions, be willing just to give it a shot. That's the most that I can share with you.
I mean, I do agree with her. Ask questions. Ask lots of questions. Ask about the income disclosure statement. Ask how much they net last year. Ask these really difficult questions. Ask how much time they're spending, working the business. Ask all of that stuff. And by the way, if you're watching live or you're watching the replay, what questions do you think they should be asking? If somebody is considering joining Bravenly, which I don't suggest, just for ultimate clarity here, what do you think they should be asking to actually get to the truth? Because she said a lot of really positive things, but the income disclosure statement doesn't back it up. People's experiences in Bravenly and other MLM companies doesn't back it up. So I don't know. Let's drop some comments and give people some ideas of what questions they should ask. And this doesn't have to be specific to Bravenly. This could be for any MLM company. What should people be asking when somebody's trying to recruit them?
We're expanding, we're growing, we're breaking records. We'll be bigger this year than we were last year and the year before and the year before. And we'd love to invite you to be a part of this story. Okay? It's not too late.
Okay.
It might feel that way if you've been watching for a little bit thinking, oh, dang it.
Oh my God. Now, I haven't covered their products since I became a personal trainer and a fitness nutrition specialist through ACE. So it's been quite some time. So maybe I need to revisit some of their products, because I'm looking at their website right now and they have Bravenly Ignite, and it claims to help with appetite, mood, and energy, which makes me think this is an appetite suppressant and something that is going to increase body temperature and attempt to burn fat. That is my initial theory on this. Oh, look at that. Proprietary blend. Why, I should not be shocked by this. I shouldn't be shocked. I know how these companies operate. I shouldn't be shocked, but every time I kind of am.
I should have got in there year 2 or 3. Oh my goodness. Okay. The best is yet to come. It is not too late. We've got 5 years worth of history to show you. Proof of concept, proof that the products and the community and the training and the systems and the onboarding and the people and the pillars and the values and the support and all those things are there. You've got that behind you.
Sounds like a cult.
But some of the best years are ahead of us, and it's not too late. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. This is the time.
You know what I can tell you right now, Aspen? I am definitely going to be covering this company more. Yeah, I can't wait. Much like Cleta and Mary Kay, I'll be covering that more too, as are my friends.
It's no coincidence that you're here. Thank you for staying all the way through.
By the way, have you liked the stream? If you have not, I would love for you to do that. And also make sure you're subscribed. Please and thank you.
The end. And I just want you to know it means the world to us that you would listen, that you would look, that you would consider being a part of this with us. And if you do, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to send me a message on Facebook. I know that sounds a little unusual to say that because
All of this is unusual, Aspen, and that's not a compliment.
there's going to be a lot of people, but I'd love for you to send me a message and say, hey, I'm gonna be a part of this with you guys, or I'm joining as a customer. Can't wait to try the products, or I saw that live on my friend's page, and you know what? I'm going to jump in. I'm going to give it a shot. So you're invited from my family, from our corporate team, and from our Bravenly community. You're invited to be here with us, and we look forward to welcoming you with open arms.
Say less.
Whether that's as a customer or as a brand partner or something else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the night and a wonderful rest of April. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, God. Well, that was a lot. If anything, this is a reminder to me and hopefully to other anti-MLM creators that we definitely need to be covering Bravenly more than we already have. I'll just speak for myself, I guess, but yikes. What do we think, guys? What are your thoughts after watching all of that? You know, highly unusual for a CEO of an MLM company, or really any company for that matter, to be going live on their Facebook page, their personal Facebook page, trying to recruit people into their company. That doesn't happen. And I'm sure Aspen will say something like, oh, this is, you know, we're trying to innovate. We're trying to do things different. Please. It's coming off as desperate. I don't know why, but I definitely think that we should dig into that, right? We should look into that, I feel like. Have you seen some of the before and after photos superposed? Oh, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Now, I'm hearing that they have a new product or something. Let me go back to their website here real quick before we hop off of here. All right, so I remember covering their Rush Extreme product. That was one of the products in the video where she was taking 10 products a day. Is this the one? I don't remember who it was that was mentioning the weight loss. Let me know which product that is, because I want to just take a quick gander. I'm wondering, well, that's an energy drink. Yeah, it does seem more typical for the CEOs to do product launches rather than recruitment. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. So I definitely am going to look into this for sure. Some more, especially now that I know more, I have more credentials, I have learned a ton along the way, and yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to head out. Actually, I'm going to head over to the members only after party. If you'd like to become a member, click the join button and I'll see you over there. I do a lot of members only streams and first look content, and we have a Discord. It's not super active. I think about getting active in the Discord, but I just don't know exactly how I want to navigate that. So if you'd like to become a member, I would love to have you join us over in the members only after party. If you have not already liked and subscribed, if you would do that, that would be amazing. It helps me get the word out so people don't fall for the hype that people in MLM throw their way trying to recruit them. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you, all of the comments and the interaction. You guys are amazing. And I will see you on the next video, which is going to be the Mary Kay re-edit. Kalita, I'll see you soon. All right. Bye, everybody.